What their job was to attract eyes. They did it. That's what award ceremonies are for. But in terms of the science behind gender dysphoria, you're very familiar with that, Zoe.
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Relevant TV. In today's video, we're going to be getting down to the bottom of why political commentator Ben Shapiro is famous. Before we get started, would you guys kindly like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this? Turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future videos that we post. And anyways, let's get right into it. Benjamin Aaron Shapiro is an American conservative political commentator, public speaker, media executive, author, and attorney. He made huge movement from the really young age of 17 when he became a nationally syndicated columnist in the United States. From there, he has made great strides. Now, as he writes the columns for the Creator Syndicate and Newsweek, he is the editor-in-chief of the Daily Wire, which he founded, and he is the host of The Ben Shapiro Show, a daily political podcast and live radio show. To also add to his already impressive resume, he has written 10 books, like Brainwashed, How Universities Indoctrinate America's Youth, which is his first book, to which he wrote back in 2004. His latest book was published just last year in 2019. He had written 2 books by the age of 21, which is staggering. So how did Ben Shapiro really get famous? He is pretty well known in the mainstream for a number of reasons. Throughout the years, Ben Shapiro has had a lot of controversial moments and some very strong views on many sensitive topics that rarely divide opinion. He is widely known for some people by the many controversial things he has said.
What their job was to attract eyes. They did it. That's what award ceremonies are for. But in terms of the science behind gender dysphoria, you're very familiar with that, Zoe.
Very familiar.
It's not about...
Ben is known for his famous quote, which he actually turned into a book. The quote being, "Facts don't care about your feelings." The quote came when he made an appearance on Dr. Drew, where the topic of discussion was whether Caitlyn Jenner deserves a Courage Award for coming out as transgender. Ben was firmly on the notion that this whole debate was actually delusion and that Caitlyn Jenner should not be awarded for anything, and he firmly believes that man is a man and a woman is a woman no matter what. Those are one of his stances that has made him super controversial. People get offended when he doesn't use the correct pronoun when referring to transgenders and pretty much everything he says on the matter. But his controversial statements and views do not stop there. He has much more, like his views on abortion. Shapiro supports a ban on abortion, including in cases of rape and incest, with one exception: when competent medical authority determines that life of the mother is in jeopardy as a result of the pregnancy. He also believes that doctors who perform abortions should be prosecuted. He has referred to women who have abortions as baby killers, and he believes that abortion is a violent act. Then there is Ben's stance on guns. After the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting, Shapiro in December of 2012, he spoke about the issue on CNN's Piers Morgan Tonight on January 10, 2013.
By standing on the graves of the children of Sandy Hook, saying they don't seem to care enough about the dead kids. If they cared more about the dead kids, they would agree with you on policy. I think we can have a rational political conversation about balancing rights and risks and rewards of all of these different policies.
Ben made one hell of a statement which really offended Piers Morgan on the issue of gun control. Shapiro called Piers Morgan a bully who tends to demonize people who differ from you politically by standing on the graves of children of Sandy Hook, saying they don't seem to care enough about the dead kids. This video went viral pretty much everywhere, and the name of Ben Shapiro continued to make waves all around the world. Here is one of his views on the LGBTQ rights that has caused an uproar. He once said that, quote, "I'm very much anti-gay marriage in the social sense. As a religious person, I think homosexuality is a sin. I think that lots of things are sins that people engage in. I think they should be free to engage in them." He has also said that transgender people suffer from a mental illness. He says you can't magically change your gender. You can't magically change your sex, and has compared such changes to the notion of changing one's age. It is his views, statements, and opinions that make him a polarizing figure. It is also the way he carries himself and treats others during debates. He really is a commanding figure and a very strong-minded one. Ben is seen as someone who does not waver from his opinion and, quite frankly, couldn't care less about offending anyone at all. He simply just speaks his mind. We hope that today's video has given you a bit of insight as to why Ben Shapiro is famous. It is very easy to get your name out there when you say things that he says in the way he says them. In his case, for many, he will be seen as more infamous than famous. That'll be all for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, check out some of our other Ben Shapiro videos on the channel as well. We hope to see you guys in the next one, but until then, take care.